$50.
Right.
And you can find even less expensive. You can change and transform an entire room. The only thing is, painting was a pain. It was messy, a lot of tape was involved. You had a paint tray where you had to go back and forth and back and forth. The paint runner is an entire painting and edging system for under $20.
Right.
We don't need to make a mess. We don't need to make it a massive project. Now, in an afternoon, you can make your home look completely different. You're the do-it-yourself guy here at QVC. This is one of the smartest systems that I have ever seen.
Well, it's real easy, because all you're going to do is you're going to fill your paint in here. We give you the quart.
No more paint tray to run your
No more paint tray to run over. We're going to give you the little jar to pour your paint in. We give you the measuring line, pop the cap back on,
okay.
And then basically you start painting. I mean, it's this easy. So all you're doing is rolling the wall like you would with any traditional
about
roller.
How much paint is going into that particular
You're putting you can put a quart of paint in here at a time.
Okay.
So I'm going to hand this guy off to you, because I'm so confident that you're not going to get any paint on your nice new suit jacket there, that I'm going to do a little edging.
And this jacket cost me $9 if I get paint on it. Now, one of the other factors here is because you're not running back and forth to your paint tray, you're saving time.
Well, yeah.
And you're saving a lot of time.
Well, you're not going up and down the ladder or where you need to go. You can also put an attachment handle on there, a little pole, and you can see you and I are both working simultaneously.
Right.
Did you notice there's no drop cloth below us?
Yeah, I did get a little up there on the trim because I hit it.
A little overzealous.
But there's no drop cloth.
No.
Which means I can paint ceilings above my head and not worry about paint splattering. And they're innovative tools. And this is what this tool system is all about. I'll hand you that back. There's your little place to rest it. This is the Paint Runner Pro system. It's for your walls, it's for your what they call cutting in.
Right.
It's for your corners, which are always very difficult to do. And it uses a very specific material that holds paint very, very well.
Yeah, and there's the fill cup. You fill it up to the line. It's on there. When you get it home, you'll see it. You pour the paint directly in here. You take the cap, you pop this on, you listen for the 2 clicks, you know it's nice and secure.
And this is reusable over and over and over again.
That's the great thing about this. You're not using this once and tossing this out. You use it, you rinse it out like you saw in the video there, so you can use it time after time after time. You can use it on paints, you can use it on stains, you can paint different surfaces. You know, you got a popcorn ceiling or something that you need to do.
Right.
You can see it gets down into the nooks and crannies on there.
And this is interior and exterior as well.
So
no drop cloth, no traditional paint tray.
No.
No working out of the bucket where you run into messes and drips and spills and nightmares. This makes painting simple.
Well, and that's it, because it can be a hassle, but you can see we have full coverage, whether it's a popcorn ceiling, textured ceiling, something like that. Even on this guy, which is a little more porous.
This is one of my favorite demonstrations, because this particular type of ceiling tile has nooks and crannies in it everywhere. It's like an English muffin. And when you miss a spot, painters refer to them as holidays. I don't know why they call them that, but that's where the color of the wall or the underneath surface tends to shine through. So paints today are better than they've ever been before. There are more really good primer paint combinations where you can get done in one coat.
Yeah, I mean, you can see we covered that in one coat that fast. The other
That
great thing is you can go ahead and you can put your extension pole on here if you want, so it just goes on the end of the handle.
And the extension pole doesn't come with it, but you've probably got a broom or a mop at home that already has a threaded standard issue design. Now this wall, this is a temporary wall, so it's kind of moving a little bit, so it's not making it easy on you.
But you can see I could reach as high as I want with this. You can stand under it. There's nothing dripping. There's nothing going all over the place. When you need to fill it back up again, all you do is pop that off, put some more in your cup, and you're ready to go.
Now, let's talk about this little guy here, because I've seen every gimmick ever created for painting. Instead of having to take that blue tape and have to tape everything off, this system puts you in a position, you see that tiny little blue gap right here.
Yes.
That's just enough of a buffer between the edge of your door trim and your wall, or a window, or around an electrical outlet, or all the other things that we cut, as we call it, with tape. That's the line of demarcation between your ceiling and the wall itself.
We cut all this in, and I just want to show you here, whoever painted this before us
messed it up.
Didn't use this because they came down onto the trim, so there's actually a little edge of paint that's on there, and you can see it showing through there.
This thing works so beautifully.
Yeah, because all you have to do is push it right up against there, and you go ahead and you cut it in, and you just roll.
That, to me, was the most labor-intensive portion of painting.
And you can see how fast we just cut that in.
Yep.
It's perfect every single time.
With no tape. So, if you're messy as all get out, if you've avoided doing painting projects because you know they're a nightmare, this takes care of it. The system is $19.98, which, by the way, a good paint roller is at $5 at least.
Yeah, and how many
and
are
you
use
them once and you throw them away.
Right.
This will make your life simpler. And if you're the one who has the to-do list, by the way, the person who writes out the to-do list is never the one who actually has to do it.
I noticed that.
Yes.
My to-do list.
I know you're a to-do list writer. I've known your wife Lori for years. You get everything you need. Now you also get this wonderful little stick. And I can't tell you how brilliant this is. This little stick and what Sean is working with right now help you in the areas that are the very toughest.
Yeah.
The area where a roller won't fit and where cutting out a corner can be a nightmare. You get all of it.
And you get all the way into the corner. I don't even have these walls taped here just to show you how far you can press that in there, because you just put it on there, the paint glides on, perfect even coat every time.
Now guys, and I'm talking only to the guys, if you buy this, don't tell your wife or she will add painting something to your to-do list.
But it's going to be so much easier.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks. Great to see you.
Try it. If you don't love it, send it back. I've used it. I really, really like this product. It does an amazing job of helping